So now moving on to question number 2 of the Storyteller's Candle. Question number 2 says reread pages 176 through 181. How do Hildemar, Santiago, and the people of their community feel about the story about the Spanish cockroach, Martina, and the mouse, Rationcito Perez? What details in this text support this? So now we're talking about more feelings and how did the the people feel about the story and what details in the text support this. So I'm going to go back to page 176. And I'm going to read a little bit. It says, inside, children filled the story room. Miss Belpre welcomed them with a smile. Buenos dias, welcome, she said. The storyteller's candle was lit, and soon the story began. Había una vez y dos son tres in Puerto Rico. Once upon a time in Puerto Rico, Miss Belpre told a story that Hildemar and Santiago had heard from their grandmother about a beautiful Spanish cockroach named Martina and a gallant little mouse named Ratoncito Perez. The story ended with a wave of applause. So I'm knowing now that the children listening to the story are very excited because they're applauding and they're making a connection to a story that their grandmother had told them. The children closed their eyes tight and wished. When the children opened their eyes, Miss Belpre made a special announcement. El Dia de la Reyes, Three Kings Day, is coming. And this year we want to have a big fiesta at the library with a play, dances, and a parade. The play will be the story of Perez and Martina. Who wants to be in the play? Santiago raised his hand. I want to help, he called. I want to, too, the others chimed in. Santiago was chosen to be Ratosito Perez. Hildemar raised her hand. Her heart was beating fast when Miss Belpre picked her to play the most important part, the Martina the cockroach. We have the cast of characters. But now we need a costume and music and a stage. Soon got around that they speak Spanish at the library and there's going to be a fiesta for 3 days, Three Kings Day. So again, thinking about the community, now they know that their language is spoken at the library, so that's going to make them feel more comfortable. And there's a fiesta or a celebration being held that celebrates their culture. And I know for me, that would make me feel really good about the whole thing. So, and as you keep reading, it talks about everyone getting involved. Titi Maria and Mama, they're working on curtains and costumes, and Don Ramon is working on the stage. He was a carpenter in Puerto Rico, and so they keep going, and everybody's working on something for this big celebration. So everybody's getting involved. So, and one more page just to make sure we get it all. So here on these pages, they're talking about the actual celebration. The next day, everyone came from far and near. Outside, the snow was rising high, but inside, the library logs burned on an open fireplace, and the storyteller's candle flickered. The room bubbled with voices and children and adults. Everyone spoke at once in Spanish and in English. The reading room had become an island in the Caribbean, and a group of children sang while others waited impatiently for the show. So again, they're talking about the celebration and how excited everyone is. So if we go back to our page that has the questions, it's page 183. The question we wanted to answer was, how do Hildemar, Santiago, and the people feel about the story about the Spanish cockroach Martina and the mouse, and what details support this? So here was my thinking. They feel the story is very special. They talk about it being related to a story their grandmother told them. Then the children clap when Pira Belpre tells them the story. Then she has them perform it as a play, and the play is part of a fiesta and something that connects them. The play is part of a fiesta and something to connect them to the community. It helps them relate to their home in Puerto Rico. So these are details to support that they're feeling that the play and the story are all very special.